let's graph this parabola here. Now note it is a parabola because it's squared and it opens downward. And look at the vertex. Let's get that vertex right away because it is in vertex form, right? This thing is right here. It's in the vertex form. So we can read off the vertex. The vertex is here. Now remember how it goes. It's the opposite of that number because it's really this, okay? It's really, I'll put it over here. It's really x minus negative 2. And we're looking for x minus h. So we're always looking for that x minus form. And I can make that a minus form by putting a minus, a negative. All right, so what is the vertex here? It is at negative 2 and 4. Let's put a point there. So I have gone from the origin to the left 2 up 4. Now let's get some other points. Now I do know this, that in the basic parabola, now I'm going to do this down here at the bottom here. In the basic parabola, y equals x squared. If you go over 1 in each direction, you square that and you go up 1. If you go over 2, you square 2, you go up 4, right? Because you're squaring. So if you go over 3, I mean, I'm going to move over from the vertex 3, so 3 squared is 9, so I would go up 9. So I'm going to use that idea up here. So from the vertex, let's move, all right, here's the vertex. I'm going to move over 1. So typically I would go up 1, but what does that tell you? It's a reflection, right? That tells you it's a reflection. So I'm going to start here at the vertex, go over 1, and instead of going up 1, we'll go down 1 and put our point. So I'll go over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1. Then from the vertex, we'll go over 2, and now down 4, over 2, down 4, because, right, because of that reflection here. So over 2, down 4, over 2, down 4. And we got enough room on our graph here. Let's go 3. We start at the vertex, go out 3, we'll go down 9, and then to the right 3, down 9. So let's count those. So it's going to be, well, we can probably just see what it's going to be, right? Got to go 9, so it's over 3. There's 4 and 5 more would get us here, so we'll be out negative 5. Let's put points there. To the left 3, down 9, puts us here. And then by reflection, by mirror image, we got one over there. All right, we got enough points to draw a reasonable curve here. So I'm going to sketch as best I can a smooth curve through the, I kind of missed it there, but that's the idea. Now we're also asked to label the intercepts. Well, the intercepts, you know, I can get the x-intercepts. I can look at the graph, but, you know, I don't know for sure if those are really the intercepts. And I don't know for sure what that number is going to be by looking at the graph. But I can get those by choosing what? Y equal to 0 here. Let's get those. So y equals 0, let's solve for x. So back up here now, I'm going to put that to be 0. So we'll get 0 is equal to negative x plus 2 squared plus 4. Why don't we say subtract or add that to both sides? We'll get x plus 2 squared equals 4. Let's see, take square roots. Now, what do we do here? When you take the square root of a square, that doesn't look like a good square. When you take the square root of a square, you get the absolute value, right? So we'll get absolute value of x plus 2 equals, square root of 4 is 2. Remove the absolute value. This is when we get plus or minus 2. Subtract 2. And what you've really got here is negative 2 plus 2, negative 2 minus 2. So here's the x-intercepts at 0 and at negative 4. Let's see, does that look like our picture? 0 and negative 4. I think we've got it. And we also want to get the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is going to come from, all right, look at the y-intercept down here. It's where it crosses the y-axis. So that's the point where x is 0. All right, so I'm going to put x equals 0 back up in here. Let's see what we get. We'll get y equals negative 0 plus 2 squared plus 4. So we'll get y equals negative, what do we get here? 4 plus 4 So y is equal to 0. And that matches what we're thinking right here. So let's just make a statement. The x-intercepts are at 0 and -4, and the y-intercept is at 0.